Well, no, it was last weekend, and it was last weekend, and we were in the North End.
Oh.
And we were visiting Joe, and we're leaving the cafe.
Shout out Cafe Victoria.
Shout out Cafe Victoria. And I see Christian banging on the bathroom door, going like, "Hey RJ, eat my, like all the like."
Are you sure you weren't in Club Cafe?
I mean, it sounds like maybe we were.
And that's all right.
And I go, "Dude, what are you doing?" He goes, "No, it's okay. Like RJ's
Dude, you were really like concerned.
And I'm like, "Dude, like I don't. There's another bathroom." And you go, "No, he's in there. RJ, eat my."
I wasn't even saying his name. I was just saying, "I'll eat your me."
And then, dude, and then I'm like, "Dude, are you sure?" You go, "Yeah." Then we turn around. RJ walks right past us.
And there's someone in that bathroom that I'm knocking on.
Dude, what if it was like an old lady?
Or, you know,
young
person. Young
God
person.
forbid, they got cameras in that place. Like if they
and we went back in there too.
Oh,
to go to the bathroom.
They might know who you are.
Some poor old lady was just trying to go to the bathroom. All she hears is, "Eat my ass, eat my ass."
I could have been telling 90-year-old I'd eat her.
Welcome back to the Movie Mob Podcast, episode 39. We're in studio here, as always, joined by Matt, Sam, Nick behind the camera, and joining us, what is this, the third or fourth time we've had you on here, Christian Barrasso making his return. Glad to have you here, Christian.
Thanks, guys.
So we got a stacked pod today, a lot of reviews, a lot of hot topics. We're going to actually change it up this week. We're going to start with the reviews today. We're going to kick it off with The Last of Us. All right, we had the penultimate episode here. One more left. I will say this is the definition of, right when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in right here. It was obviously we had some division about the last episode before this, but this came in full circle. I mean, this was phenomenal. This was aggressive. It was violent. It was emotional. A lot of twists and turns, but I mean, Sam, what'd you think of this episode?
I thought it was a great episode. It's definitely a great bounce back, like you said, from the previous episode, because that one was a letdown. I do like the aspect of how this cult ties in to the story, because, Joel's on his deathbed. He's slowly dying in the basement that him and Ellie are in currently.
For the second episode in a row.
But then we find out, who was responsible for actually stabbing Joel. It's this cult that lives out in the woods in this resort called Silver Lake, I believe.
Yeah, something like that. Yep.
It's led by that guy in the middle of the screen, who is the second coming of God, pretty much. Yeah. He is their God. And we find out that they're cannibals.
They are.
So they trick the people into thinking that they go out on a hunting trip to kill deer and various wildlife, but it turns out they're actually going out and killing members of their own crew.
Right.
Which is awful.
Pretty disturbing twist there. And this is something that happens in the game. They obviously go deeper into the David character in this, but I think he was phenomenal. I actually it's been so long since I played the game, I kind of believed him to be maybe he's a good guy at the beginning, and then shit takes a turn there. And obviously Troy Baker, who was the voice of Joel in the video game, played his side buddy there, who gets a hatchet to the neck. But what'd you think of this, Matt? Very violent. You don't like the blood and gore.
Well, RJ, what a great question. What a great setup.
Thank you.
This left me Snickers. It left me satisfied.
Okay.
RJ, you like how I did that? No, this guy's a fucking creep. This guy in the middle, this David guy. And it's like you said, because when he's first presented, he's a little weird, a little eerie.
Yeah.
You kind of feel something's wrong, but you don't know because he's saying all the right things.
He's just like a religious fanatic.
I was literally thinking, I don't know what to make of this guy. Mm-hmm. And then finally he drops the bomb. It's he killed one of our guys.
Right.
And he ends up being a fucking, probably the worst villain in the show. The shit he was doing, chopping up kids and, eating people. He was a cannibal. Dude, I thought this episode was, I really liked it. You're right. It was very violent. Maybe the most violent of, dude, just spoilers. When Ellie was on top of him, just fucking him up. Literally, he was dead. She just kept stabbing him. She wouldn't stop.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, it was deserved for him, though. Because he was a fucking nut. And I thought it was a good episode, and I thought it was also it was my favorite Joel moment when he was just on the warpath. He goes where is she?
Yeah.
And just killed. And even though they told him everything, they had nothing to give. He just killed them fucking anyway. Mm-hmm. And when they reunited, it warmed my heart.
Yeah.
you know, and I liked it. It was a nice episode.
Well, yeah, to your point, I love that they showed Joel's like violence because like in the game he doesn't hesitate.
Yeah.
When it comes to saving Ellie, he'll do anything, and I think that was a great. I'm glad they kept that in. I'm glad they didn't hold back there. And then Ellie too, we see her violence come out at the end in that great scene in the jail cell. Like he says, like, I see it in your eyes, like you have that violent edge, and it comes out in the end there pretty brutally. But I think now we're seeing it shifting from kind of Joel was the primary character to now it's more Ellie's story.
Last 2 episodes have been Ellie episodes.
Right. And again, last episode, you know, we weren't big fans of. I think it would have been much better if we had just gone right into this episode from there. But nevertheless, Nick, what'd you think of this?
What's his name?
Well, he doesn't watch The Last of Us.
Good episode to come on. That's good.
Hey, yay.
A good show.
No, you know you're always welcome. It was okay. That's good.
You're off the train, huh?
I'm not off the train. Listen. It was a cool episode. A lot of stuff happened. There was
dangling off.
I'm hanging on.
Hold it on.
Life.
You might jump.
Definitely dangling.
You're like the guy in the Polar Express who's tugging on the beard in the front of the train.
You know what it is? It's because of House of the Dragon. His expectations were a little bit higher.
I just thought, like, going into this, I thought it was gonna be different. But this episode in particular, I have a couple of issues. One is I didn't like how quickly. It's fine that they did all this in one episode. That's fine. I just wish they had started this episode, especially after the bullshit that was the episode previous. Mm-hmm. I wish they had started it with Joel being a little bit healthier than he was. The guy's basically in a coma, and then he's Rambo. Mm-hmm. You know, like literally within a 5-minute time span.
She gives him medicine.
The medicine.
Penicillin.
Oh, that's all they needed was a little right in the gut of medicine.
That's good enough for me.
Guy took a fucking Advil and now he's kicking ass. He was dying at the beginning of the episode. She injected him and ran away, and he took off to save her ass. That's the part that's just a little weird to me. Number one, here's the other thing that messed me up. There were like, how many people, seriously speaking, how many people would you say lived in that group that hadn't been eaten yet?
20, 25.
Not good at this.
There was like
I would
at
say
least
50.
Yeah, 40 to 50.
I'd say 50, right? Okay. Where were they when their main lodge was on fire?
Sleeping?
I don't know.
Well,
I don't think they. No, I think that was where they all like that was their like dining hall. But there was a whole little
where
town
they all
there.
eat. I know, but you okay? Fine, but you have a cult of people.
Yes.
In a very small town. It's 50 people, not a town of 5,000 even. It's 50 people all living together. You don't think that they'd notice that their main lodge, where they all eat every meal of every day and they pray and worship to this weirdo in the middle here? They wouldn't notice that the entire building's on fire?
Well, maybe they were having silent prayer in their own home.
I don't need the excuses. What I'm saying is it's weird. And the thing that I thought was weird, the episode ended very abruptly for me. I like where they ended it. I'm not, but like I wish that we had seen Joel in the very beginning of the episode. I wish he had been at least a little bit better and then still needed the medicine. I like that whole storyline. I thought it was cool. It was a good way to introduce the characters. She does the injection or something and he's, but we didn't even see him like react to the injection. Like there's nothing there, and then he was just better. He
was looking tough,
and then he sneaks into this town, right? And nobody's out. Nobody has to go outside and even take a piss. Nothing. Like there's nothing.
That's an interesting point because in the game, when Joel's going to find Ellie, he's knocking everyone out. Like they're all coming at him.
True. Maybe
so that is a good point.
Like there was nothing there, and I thought it would have been a cool. Even if that is what happened, screw the whole Joel getting better thing. You would have had this dual scene of both of these characters kicking ass. Right. You had her like doing the Jurassic Park thing where they're hiding in the kitchen and the Velociraptor's coming after them. It was kind of like that, where she's sneaking around the kitchen.
It was.
So you have that versus Joel killing everybody else in the town, and then it would have been a cool wide shot at the end too, to kind of see over Ellie's shoulder all of the destruction that Joel caused on his pathway to come get her.
I definitely agree with you. If I had to guess why they didn't do that and why they cut that part out, is probably because they wanted you to believe that Joel was going to get to her and save her. Because they didn't cut to him a lot. I think they wanted you to believe like, oh, he's going to swing in and save her before she goes off and gets the upper hand. You know what I'm saying? Because versus if they were cutting back and forth to Joel, it'd be more clear. I
actually kind of wish that Christian, I feel for whatever reason, I feel like Christian would relate to this comment I'm about to say.
Okay.
But I shouldn't say this.
Say it.
Now you got to say it.
Well, you're editing it, so.
Yeah, it's
just
fair.
us. It's just us talking.
When I watch this back, I'll decide if this is still in the show. Just be mindful. Of the
I don't
fact
even
that
know where you're
thought
going
about-
with this.
There is no part of me that wouldn't kick Ellie's fucking ass.
What do you mean?
If
She's feisty.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck, dude.
What if she's got a
telling
knife,
me
though?
that this guy, this Jesus guy in the middle, couldn't have just, you know what I mean? She's like,
Well, he was till she grabbed the
yeah,
knife.
she
she's
ran out.
smaller than Sam.
What
had a
about
knife.
this? How about in the beginning when the girl was crying,
Yeah.
like during one of his prayers?
Yes,
Yeah.
he
He
slapped her.
and he fucking bitch slapped her.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying and then yes, I agree with that's what I'm saying. And then when he drops the keys and when she's in the cage,
Yeah.
and he's reaching through and he pulls her head against the thing and kind of
Yeah,
knocks
yeah.
her out a little bit.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, he's so weak that he can't even pin her down to do what he was about to do, which we can't really talk about on YouTube. But I'm just saying.
But he did. And then she grabbed,
She
the,
grabbed
knife.
the knife and then butchered him.
What I'm saying is, RJ,
Mm-hmm.
if you really were in a position, listen, the guy's a psycho. Don't get me wrong.
Sure.
Okay. But if you're in a position where there's a gun or a knife or something involved where you're not going to make it if the other person gets it, but they're a quarter of your size. Buddy,
I
there's
don't know.
no
I mean,
way.
this guy's not
there's
George
no way
Foreman.
Ellie
I mean-
wins that battle, dude. There's no way in reality that Ellie, who hasn't eaten, by the way, in a month,
Yeah.
okay? She's been living in a cave with a guy who's half dead. She was thinking about eating Joel before she left. You know what I
Right.
mean?
How old is this Ellie?
She's got to be
14 or something.
14,
Yeah, I'd say,
15
like,
years old, girl, like
teenager.
little girl.
I mean, I haven't seen
Nothing
the
to do
show,
with her
but-
being a little
yeah.
girl. There have been little, I knew kids when I was in 9th grade that I could have,
But
kicked
he
their ass,
also
too.
also part of, I don't think his intention was to kill her the whole time. Because he kind of has that weird seduction moment where he kind of wants her to join him and you know.
There was
what I'm
more than a weird. This is the other thing I didn't.
Well, yeah,
like.
they imply kind of that there was a bit of a element to him too, I think.
Sure, but
Yeah.
also when he's pinning her down at the end, he's like, "I'm going to show you who's boss," kind of
Yeah,
deal.
yeah, yeah.
Like he was definitely about to force himself
This guy,
on her.
this guy played a good creep.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, he was definitely a good creep. All I'm
Yeah.
saying is a fully grown. You know how adult men they have that that old man strength where
Yes, when you
how
pl-
each
yes,
of your dads has a
basketball.
weird talent. You could bite a
Sure.
quarter in half. You know what I mean? Like my dad can rip a phone book in half just
Right.
randomly. He can
Jeez.
do that.
It's the underlying strength that you don't suspect.
Yeah, and I'm bigger than my dad, but he can still kick my ass. There's no question. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So there's those weird and you tell me this guy couldn't overpower this girl? I'm not saying it's not a good episode. I'm just saying these little moments mess with my head when
She's
I'm
from the
watching it.
trenches.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying, but it's again, it's not like they were in hand-to-hand combat. She was running from him, you know what I'm saying?
She's got wheels.
It wasn't like they were just faced off.
Shady.
Yeah, no, dude,
You know?
I agree. I think, and that's like I said at the that was really kind of a stretch for me too, having an issue with it. But I think the biggest issue for me was the Joel just popping out of nowhere,
Sure.
getting better.
Yeah.
Only because I wish we had seen a little bit of a progression, dude. If they had done this episode in 2 parts and fuck the last episode,
No, I agree with
altogether,
you. Yeah.
I would be totally on board. If they had at least they just never establish anybody. The Rose from 2.5 Men. She's there, then she's dead. She gets eaten alive. Who cares?
But I think they established him well. Better than Rose, at least.
Oh,
100%
Yeah.
better than Rose. I'm
Yeah.
not saying they didn't, but it would have been nice, especially at the ape. Do we got 1 episode left?
I know. Well, that's the thing. So we got 1 episode left. A lot to wrap up. What do you
That's
guys
what I'm
think?
saying.
Are you guys worried at all? I mean, I wouldn't say I'm worried, but I'm a little on edge.
Well,
you know,
I think it's going to be like a 50-minute-ish episode, kind of like this.
right?
I think they're definitely going to probably leave it on a cliffhanger.
And we
like-
know we're getting season
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Side note: the guy who got hit in the neck with the hatchet,
yeah. Troy Baker.
he plays.
He's the voice of Joel in the
in the
video.
video
I
game.
did say
Yes.
that 10 minutes ago.
Yes.
You did?
I
Yes.
did.
I didn't he's.
I know.
I didn't he's. You know what? I'll go home. That's fine. Let me know when it's done. I'll be over here.
I was actually going to mention that earlier.
boys.
But no, that was a cool moment. I'm glad they brought him in. Yeah,
Oh, that was cool. No, I think they're going to end on a cliffhanger, man, because there's too much to wrap up.
yeah.
You know what I mean? In 50-minute episodes, so they're definitely going to end on a cliffhanger.
And Pedro Pascal said they might start shooting this show this year. So what the hell are you doing, House of the Dragon? God.
They got to get their shit together.
Yeah, but Sam, are you worried at all about this last episode?
Going in with no expectations.
Fair enough.
So
That's
that
the best way
I
to
don't
go.
get disappointed.
But I mean, listen, they've been good so far. I think we had 2 episodes throughout the season where we were a little iffy on, but I think there's no reason to doubt them at this point. But we'll see. A lot to wrap up. Christian, I think you'd like this series.
Yeah, I mean,
You
I
know,
watched
just
the
like
first
Game of Thrones.
40 minutes of the first episode, and
Yeah.
that was it. But
Well,
I know everything now. So
yeah, you're like the biggest Game of Thrones fan that never was. Now there's The Last of Us. You know,
add to the list.
But yeah, I mean, any final thoughts?
No.
I think I'm excited. I mean, this was we had a fun time watching the show, though. Overall,
fun time.
Right? Good discussion.
It's fun.
Yeah,
fun. I had fun.
You know what's fun? The Mandalorian.
Wow.
Pedro Pascal. Now we got 2 Pedro shows for 2 weeks. Now we're gonna have these guys. So the Mandalorian, obviously season 3 of the Disney Plus show. Everyone loves Mando. I mean, it seems to be a crowd pleaser in an era of Star Wars where a lot of people are very divisive. Grogu's back, the whole team. Grief Karga we saw in the first episode. I mean, listen, that first episode was typical Mando adventure of the week. Not much happened, but they set up the conflict, or maybe not so much conflict, between Bo-Katan and Mando about the Darksaber and possibly reclaiming Mandalore. And we learn in these 2 episodes that Mandalore is not actually uninhabitable. And we see in that second episode that there might be potential to rebuild there. But I mean, for me, the second episode was great. A lot of great action. Sam, I know you mentioned in that first episode, great chase scene in space. I thought that was great too. What did you guys think of these first 2 episodes?
Me first?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Well, the first episode was just kind of the typical, opener, season opener. Not too much action, more dialogue based. There was the scene with the pirates with him and Grief.
Very Clone Warsy.
Yeah, a little confrontation. You knew it was going to be like an old Western standoff kind of deal, like who's going to pull the trigger faster, which obviously, Mando and Grief are going to win that battle.
It's Apollo Creed right there.
Because they're bounty hunters going up against pirates. They didn't stand a chance. But I did love the chase scene in space. I thought the CGI was very well done. And just kind of brings you back to the original Star Wars movies, man. Especially Revenge of the Sith, that opening scene when they're fighting.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good point, though. I think the best part of the show is it has that feeling. It captures that magic that I think a lot of the movies that they put out recently haven't been able to. So that's good. Matt, what'd you think of these first 2?
I thought they stunk.
Wow.
I didn't like it.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, it sucked. Oh, let me tell you what happened. All right. These first 2 episodes were no good. Okay? Because listen, I love Mando.
Yeah.
Okay? I was subbing today, and I put on Mandalorian. I didn't even ask.
You're telling me you got time to watch fucking
boy.
Mandalorian?
Well, no, I got to put something on for the kids
You realize
to watch.
you got the top show on this channel, but you never got nothing for...
I gotta put something for the kids to watch.
So you put Mandalorian on?
Yeah.
Teach these kids about basketball.
Oh no, because I gotta keep it in house, But no, I put on Mandalorian because that's what I wanted to watch. The first 2 seasons are great.
Yeah.
And I feel like I like the narrative because, you're right, it is an adventure of the week show. But I feel like in the first 2 seasons, there's an overarching plot. He needs to get Grogu. It's surrounded by Grogu. They're trying to Grief Karga's trying to get him. Then the second season he's trying to get Grogu home, and I like that. And then I heard recently Jon Favreau had creative differences with Kathleen Kennedy. He's actually not going to be doing any Star Wars movies. And I feel like you see it this season because I feel like he wanted, Grogu's arc was completed, and Kathleen was like, no, he makes too much money. You got to keep Grogu on.
Yeah.
I don't like the story. Who gives a fuck about Mandalorian? I mean, it's cool, but I don't know. I'm not buying it. I don't know. I feel like nothing happened the first. If you ask me, Matt, recap the first 2 episodes. They went to Mandalore. I don't know. I feel it's really slow. I'm not giving up hope yet.
Yeah, right.
Maybe it's just first 2 episodes, slow start to the season. But the only part I liked was Bo-Katan.
Yeah.
She's bad.
Well, I mean, I totally agree with you on the Grogu thing. I don't think it was clearly just, he's too big of a character to they want to market it.
Much. I mean, look at the thing.
Right. Yeah. And I think if you look at this story and I look at Grogu, I'm like, he kind of has no place in it anymore.
No, he's just hanging out.
If they had, had them reunite maybe at the end of this season, gave it some time, I think that's fine. But right now, this is clearly about Din Djarin trying to reclaim his position as a Mandalorian and maybe the potential of rebuilding Mandalore. So I get that you're not as invested in the Mandalorian thing. So but you haven't really seen the animated shows like Clone Wars, Rebels. So I think for me and Sam, it's different because for us, I'm very excited about this potential here because we haven't seen Mandalore in live action at all. And last time we saw it, we had Ahsoka and Darth Maul, battling off. So, I mean, listen, there's a lot of potential. We obviously got a Rebels nod in that first episode when they're in hyperspace and the whales.
Right.
Teasing maybe Ezra and Thrawn coming in, or at least in Ahsoka. But, I mean, Sam, because we've seen those shows, what are your expectations for this season now?
I mean, I'm interested to see where they go with Bo-Katan and Din Djarin.
Yep.
I mean, I'm hoping that, it leads up to something like pretty special because Din Djarin, he's a man on a mission. He wants to reclaim his position as like the Mandalorian that he is, because obviously when he took off his helmet in the past season, he lost that title and like he's kind of outcasted by the rest of his crew. So I'd like to see how he's able to reclaim that position and bring his home planet back to the top.
Because they were big at one point. But let me ask you this question. Is Bo-Katan a friend or a foe? Going down by the end of the season, is she going to turn?
I think the thing is with her, it's going to be one of those, she acts friendly in the beginning, but then turns on him when it benefits her.
She wants that dark saber.
She's waiting for that right moment to come in and sweep in and take the saber.
Right. Because we saw in Rebels that she gets the dark saber by beating Sabine.
Yes.
So I think she wants it back. I think there's going to be some conflict going forward.
Well, you saw the interaction with her and Grogu. Like, what are you doing here? I thought I told you you're not allowed back here.
Right.
So,
there's going to be some good lore drops going forward. I'm excited. But we'll be talking about that continuing. Obviously, hopefully it gets better for Matt. I hope so for our sake.
Maybe
very picky, so.
Yeah.
Probably I'm just a miserable fuck. That's
It's
probably
all right.
more about what it is. But
I mean, let's talk about things that we all really liked. We all enjoyed. Christian finally can come in on this one. We all sat down and watched Creed 3, the third installment, the finisher of the Creed trilogy. Who would have thought, back when we saw the first one years back, that we'd have a revitalization of the Rocky franchise without Rocky, really. I got to say, this was Michael B. Jordan's first. It was his directorial debut. Phenomenal. I was really impressed with this movie. I mean, we talked about the trailer months back when we first started this podcast, and none of us were really excited. Yeah. I think most of us were like, oh, it's cool. Like, Jonathan Majors is great. Like, I'm excited to see him. But, like, I mean, I went into this movie and was really impressed by everything. The fight scenes were great. I think we had one gripe at the end, which we'll talk about with one approach to the fighting scene. But everything was great. It was emotional. I was invested in these characters. I mean, Matt, what'd you think of this? You're a big Rocky fan. No Rocky in this.
I know.
No Rocky.
Well, I was a little skeptical because it was the first one without Sly.
Right.
But, dude, honestly, like, for someone who, like, doesn't like remakes,
dude,
I thought it was really respectful, like, towards, like, this, the Rocky trilogy. And I thought he went 3 for 3. And I thought this 100%. One may be the first one, and this one, I think you could make an argument for either. But, dude, I kind of like how, like, Majors, right? Like, he's the villain. But, like, you kind of understand the situation. Mm-hmm. Like, it's all, like, that first meeting when they're in the diner, like, it's so awkward. But, like, that's how it would be. Like, he used to be your boy, and, like, he used to look up to you. And it's been 15 years now. Like, he's the man.
Yep.
And, like, you just came out of prison. And I feel like they did a really good job of, like, creating that awkwardness between them. And Majors was a fucking giant. I thought he was really cool. Awesome. I was invested in the story, man. You got a cool fighting montage with the fucking music. Creed training. Yeah, J. Cole. Creed's training with Terrence Crawford. I think it hit all the beats of a good, boxing movie.
Yeah.
I thought it was quick. It didn't lag. And, dude, I was almost in tears when fucking his mom was dying.
Oh, yeah.
And she was like Apollo. Like,
right.
That hit home,
that was
man.
A great scene.
Like, that was kind of like what he needed.
Yeah.
And, man, I just thought it was smooth. It was quick, paced well, in and out, hit all the beats, looked cool. Like, it was a really good movie. I was, like you said, I was really impressed.
And you know what I love about this? Because we were like, what are they going to do now? Is he going to be the son of Clubber Lang? Mm-hmm. Now they keep doing this.
Yeah.
And I think when you look back at Creed 2, that Drago thing, I did end up liking it because it kind of was a redemption story for Rocky at the end when he calls the fight at the end and he kind of makes up for what he didn't do when Apollo was fighting Drago. Mm-hmm. So I think that Rocky not being in this, you miss his presence. Like, I think in that funeral scene, you were just waiting for him to show up. But I think his story definitely ended. He reunited with his son in the second movie. But this was really the first movie that was all about Adonis. Correct. And I think that was a good thing, and he let it. I mean, what do you think, Christian? You're a big Rocky fan, too.
I liked it. Like you said, I was skeptical with Sly not being in it.
Right.
But, no, I think the storyline was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
like the whole dynamic with them two. And I know Sam didn't like the fighting scene with. I mean, I'm sure. We'll get into it,
I kind of liked how they
I
did something
I
different.
liked it just because I think boxing movies all do it the same way, and it's kind of a tough thing to do. Like, how do you keep an audience engaged during a boxing match? Like,
yeah.
It's tough.
Are you talking about when it cut out and they were in the jail cell? Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it connected well to the storyline. I thought it was something different, unique. So I didn't mind it. Good actors. I think they have a good dynamic together. I think Michael B. Jordan said they were going to be like the next De Niro and Pacino.
Which is weird because they've only been in like 4 movies.
Well, I think
in
coming
interviews,
up.
In interviews, it seems like they really like each
they
other.
want to
like they're boys.
movies together.
Yeah.
So I think they had a good
young, too.
bond there. So, yeah.
I mean, it's clear that like Michael B. Jordan's been with these actors and stuff. So like this was probably a smooth transition for him. And yeah, I agree with you. Like it was definitely a creative idea. I think he was trying to emphasize the personal nature of this battle. It's probably the most personal fight he's had, even more than Drago.
Yeah, definitely.
And but I do love the fight scenes. He said he took inspiration from like anime, like quick punches, some of those slow-mo shots when you really got to see the impact. I thought were really cool. Sam, what'd you think of this movie?
I mean, what a debut.
Yeah, for Michael B.
Michael B.
He's
Jordan.
been in the Hollywood for a while now, so.
I mean, what a way to make an entrance. Like, welcome to Hollywood as a director. I mean, the story was well written. I thought it definitely made this come full circle, like this how the story was set. Like, it kind of brought it back to the first one when they show him in the home or whatnot. So now we get some backstory to that. And we find out who the other kid was. It was his best friend who he ends up fighting later on in the movie. So I thought that was pretty cool. I like the promos that they do in the movie. Like
you like that Showtime promo?
I thought that was legit. That was like I literally thought I was about to watch like a fight, like a pay-per-view fight that I paid for on TV. That's how good this promo was. I like the entrances that they do for the fights. I especially like Felix's entrance the most. Very colorful. The music was awesome. It felt like I was ready to run through a fucking wall.
Dreamville.
But yeah, no, overall, very happy with this. I thought Majors made a great villain because he was somebody that you could definitely relate to and know his motive. But then at the end, obviously, he could not come out on top. Like it had to be Creed was the one to win. But the way in which he won, like overcoming like his demons, his past, feeling bad that he ran away from Damien, left him out to dry, and then never came to visit him while he was in prison. And also, the thing with his mom too really hit
that's
home.
A tough situation.
How she kept Damien out of his life because she hung on to all those letters that he wrote. And if he was able to see those letters, he would have found out that the hit on what's his face, Drago's son, was actually Damien. Damien set that up.
Yeah, he had some machinations this whole time.
Yeah.
Wow. What a word.
What a word, huh?
Yeah.
No, I agree with you. I think. Again, I feel like this movie worked because it was so personal. And I think that was the best way to go with it in the trilogy. You have to give him the toughest matchup he's had yet. And even though Drago was this huge, formidable force, like this goes beyond that because of that personal connection he has. Before we move on, obviously, this movie made the most money opening weekend out of any Rocky movie ever.
Wow.
The whole franchise. So we're probably going to get another one. The question is, will it be Adonis, or do you think they're going to wait a little bit? Do you think the daughter will come in? I mean, that seems like where they're leading, but I don't know. Like, is Michael B. Jordan still young? I honestly would rather the daughter. I think, like, I've had enough. Like, this was a good trilogy with just him in the forefront.
I feel like they wrapped up his arc, like, pretty well.
Yeah.
Like, his mom did the thing with Rocky. His mom, like, he's married. He's got the kid. And I don't know, when he walked out of that ring in Dodger Stadium,
it felt like a goodbye.
He literally, like, looked back as if it was, like, one last time to look back. You know what I mean? Like, before. Like, it reminded me of, like, leaving Blink. You know what I mean? Just, like, looking at, like, the great, you know what I mean?
But
like,
you always go back.
Yeah, well, that's, Yeah, but no. I think they wrapped it up nicely, and you're right. I think it felt like a finale. Felt like a conclusion to his story. I mean, you're right. They'll probably do something with the name just because
it's a natural progression.
It made so much money. But
I don't know why they would, though. I mean,
well, because it made money. Yeah, I think if this was the biggest one yet, no studio exec is going to be like, we're not going to greenlight a Creed 4. Whether that's in 5 years or 20,
Yeah.
I think we're going to get one.
I could see this going either two ways.
Yep.
They can either make a Creed 4 where it's a rematch between these two.
Right. I
Or
could see that, yeah.
It's going to be the daughter.
Right.
Just because of that ending with her boxing in the ring.
I like how they reconciled at the end, too.
I do, too. Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, Jonathan Majors is phenomenal, but I will say we got a little bit of Drago in this movie, and there were rumors that we would be getting a Drago spinoff. So that could be the next thing. Maybe maybe that's Adonis starts training him.
And
I don't
then
know.
he goes up against Damien.
Yeah, I could see that. There you go. That's the next movie. Creed 4, book it. Or Drago, number 1.
Hollywood, take notes.
Yeah.
Drago.
But I don't know. I was pleasantly surprised. We haven't left the theater recently feeling this good about a movie, and it felt nice.
It's a nice change.
Obviously,
Finally.
2 movies in a row, we had Jonathan Majors as the villain, and I gotta say, he was way scarier in this movie than he was as Kang.
Definitely.
This
Fucking
makes
force,
Kang look like a
dude.
little bitch.
He literally almost killed Felix.
Yeah, no, I mean this is what wasted potential of Jonathan Majors and Ant-Man. But anyway, we're gonna be seeing a lot more of Jonathan Majors coming up because he's playing Dennis Rodman. All right, guys,
Oh,
he's been cast today. Beansy,
That's smooth.
Christian actually told me at the gym today. He said, "RJ, Jonathan Majors been cast as Dennis Rodman." I said, "Wow,
The Worm.
that's great casting." I know, Sam, you're a little skeptical on this, but the movie, I don't know much about it, but it's titled 48 Hours in Las Vegas. Now, if you guys have watched the Last Dance documentary, they talk about the 48 hours that Dennis Rodman went missing in Las Vegas. Listen, I'm all in. That sounds like that sounds like Hangover
That's going to
level.
be a fun... Dude, you're going to get someone to cast as Michael Jordan,
Right.
Phil Jackson, Carmen Electra.
Yeah,
And just
yeah,
to know, like, this should actually happen.
Right.
Like, obviously, they're going to, like,
Hollywood it.
Yeah, Hollywood it. I can't fucking talk today. But, like, that's such, like, an interest... Like, that's going to be fun.
Right.
There's going to be, like, hookers everywhere. There's going to be, like, Rodman's doing drugs. It's going to be over. What are you doing in Vegas? You get a game tomorrow. Like, no, I'm excited for that.
And it's going to be like Wolf of Wall Street, where you're watching it and you're like, this really happened. You
Yeah.
look it up and it really did happen, type of thing. I mean, Christian, you excited for this?
Yeah, I think it's a good casting. You know, get
He's
him
got
while
to
he's
slim
hot.
down a little bit, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think it'll be a good one. 48 Hours in Vegas. So,
Good title.
You know, I like
It
the
is a good
title. And I'm most excited for the side characters, like who they cast as Jordan and like all those people.
Because I'm sure they'll have, like, we cut back to, like, the Bulls freaking out, like, where the fuck is Rodman, you know?
Yeah, you got, like, make a cutscene like Jackson's on the phone. He's where?
Yeah.
Fuck, and he, like, slams the phone.
I don't think it'll be too long of a movie. I hope
No.
it's not.
No, yeah.
Like I feel like you could do it in an hour and a half.
Well,
Yeah,
we're going to
easy.
talk. Yeah, I like those movies that are, like, take place 24, 48 hours. They're condensed, and, like, you just see the shit that goes down in that
48
short
hours.
period. Yeah. Sam, what do you think?
So, I mean, I'm excited for the movie. I just don't know if Majors would be the right cast.
Yeah, you suggested someone else in the car.
The guy that I would suggest playing him, just because of his build and he looks a little bit more like him, would be Alfonso Macaulay.
Okay.
So he's from
Bucky.
the Glory Road, which is a movie about the
Fat Hope.
Texas Western miners, how
Sam
they
wants.
ended up winning the NCAA title over number 1 Kentucky. And, he looks the part. He hasn't had that major role yet, so it'd be nice to give him some recognition.
Okay.
And I think this would be perfect for him.
Wow. Casting director right here.
Oh, come on.
Listen to him. All right. Tomorrow we're gonna cover a story that they changed their mind because of the Movie Mob podcast. But I mean, listen, Jonathan Majors, he's gonna be a staple in the industry for a while. I'm excited. He's a great actor. You know who else is a great actor? Jon Bernthal, The Punisher. He's back in the Daredevil Born Again series, which I don't know if it's coming out next year or the year after, but we're getting it soon. And a lot of speculation about whether he was going to come back. Obviously, now that Disney has the rights to Daredevil, would they take it back, a little PG type of thing? But he's coming back. I hope he stays as violent as he was in the show because he was phenomenal in that role. Christian, you watched The Punisher,
Oh, yeah.
right? What do you think about it? You love John. He's
I
great.
do. I think he's a good actor. I'm happy he's going to be in this. I'm just mad that they didn't like renew the Punisher actual show.
I know. Maybe.
I mean, why? I thought people
yeah.
liked it.
Yeah, people did
No.
like it.
Well, they canceled all those Netflix shows, which sucked.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I think there's potential now with him back that we might get The Punisher back on maybe Disney.
I don't know. I feel like it was a pretty popular show when it was
It was
when
good.
It was out.
So was Daredevil. Yeah. Matt, You saw The Punisher, right?
I did. Dude, you're right. He's such a good actor.
Yeah.
And I feel like he can go like so many different ways. Like everything he's in, I feel like coming out of it saying he was good in that.
And he was like not always the front guy.
Even if he's like even in Baby Driver, like he's a minor role, but I'm like Jon Bernthal is good.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, I was going to say Wolf of Wall Street. Yeah.
Like
Sicario.
He's awesome in that movie. Dude, but he plays like such a good, just fucking like I've lost everything. I'm just fucking mad at the world. This is just what I do now.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, man. I like it. It's cool. And if he's back, Punisher wasn't my favorite show, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So dude, I think he's the guy. Bring him back, man. Why the fuck not? People like him.
And him and Daredevil are gritty characters. And I guess, Kevin Feige said that Deadpool 3 was going to be rated R. You got to wonder, are they going to keep that tone going forward? I have thoughts, some doubts because it is Disney Plus. How much are they going to do with that? But Sam, are you excited for this? You got some hope?
Absolutely. So, you know how we say Henry is Superman to us?
Yes.
John will always be Punisher.
Not Ben Affleck?
No.
Well, who played him? Was it Ben Affleck? No, he played Bullseye. Someone else played Punisher in those bad movies.
Ben Affleck played Daredevil?
Yeah, Ben Affleck was Daredevil.
Yeah.
I forget who played Punisher.
No, John will always be Punisher.
George
to me.
Lopez.
He just fits that MO for the Punisher.
Yes.
He's a quality actor. He's been in several very good pieces of art, like Wolf of Wall Street. Phenomenal role in that. I mean, I'm just excited. Like Christian said, I'm fucking disappointed that they didn't renew it for a second season.
I know. Well, I think there's a potential here. If he comes in a little cameo in one of the episodes, then we get a show.
Maybe this is like the second season. You know what?
Yeah.
It all depends on his role in this.
Right. We still don't know how directly connected this is going to be to the Netflix show, but we'll see. Hopefully we find out soon.
How many seasons of Daredevil?
There were 3 Daredevil seasons, and then they
I'll have to
canceled
give it a watch.
Yeah, no, it's good. And he comes in like the 2nd or 3rd season, too.
Well, they already got Daredevil in the MCU now. Murdoch.
Right.
And he's in fucking Spider-Man.
And She-Hulk.
So they're clearly going into it. So I feel like they're going to do it. I think the biggest question is, like you said, those shows were grittier than the usual Marvel content.
They're rated R shows.
Yeah, like are they going to scale back or are they just going to like do their own thing like they do with fucking Deadpool?
Yeah.
Because like, dude, The Punisher, that's a rated R show. Like you watch it when he puts, what's the guy's name? Billy?
Russo?
Yeah, Russo. When he puts his hand in the fucking carousel. And his face is all scratched. Like, dude, regular Marvel movies aren't doing that.
Yeah.
The Priest, too.
Nick, have you seen either one of those shows? Because I feel like if you were to watch a superhero thing, those would be what you would gravitate towards.
I watched the first season of the Netflix show.
Which?
Daredevil.
Daredevil? Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? It's definitely grittier than like Ant-Man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I like the actor who played the main character.
Yeah,
I thought
Matt
the blonde
Murdock.
guy was kind of weird. The assistant.
Oh, his buddy. Yeah, they announced that he will not be in this. So there you go. Yeah.
See ya.
Wonder
There you
why.
go.
Good riddance.
But you haven't seen The Punisher though?
I feel like I know that this guy played the Punisher.
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen it. I don't
Yeah,
think
he's
so.
good. I mean, he ex-military. He's a pretty dark guy, but
Oh, he's legit.
You see a lot of people with that Punisher shirt.
I was going to
Yeah,
say,
it's
you
a
see that
classic.
everywhere.
Yeah,
On
yeah,
trucks, on the
yeah,
back of
at the
trucks.
gym.
I feel like Shirts on Court would put
Yeah.
that out soon. But
Shout out.
listen, I'll watch Jon Bernthal in anything.
Oh, yeah.
Anything. All right. So
He's sniffing glue. I'll watch
I'm
it.
pumped.
Do it with him. It'll be a tutorial.
picked a bad week to stop sniffing glue. Right,
there you
Matt?
go.
All right. Well,
Airplane.
before we finish off this episode, guys, we got the Academy Awards,
Wow.
the 95th Oscars this Sunday. We've been hyping this up. We will be doing a live stream March 12th this Sunday, guys. The Oscar starts at 8 p.m. Eastern time, right? I think it is. We'll be here. We'll be live streaming it. We'll be talking about it. Put our predictions in. A lot of talk, though. Who's going to win? Right, Sam? Who's going to win? We're all going to make our picks before the episode, and we'll share it on there. But let's talk about the big ones. We talked about the nominations before here. We have Best Actor. Who do you think's going to win here? We have Austin Butler for Elvis, Colin Farrell, Banshees of Inisherin, Brendan Fraser for The Whale, Bill Nye for Living, and then our future Gladiator 2 star, Paul Mescal for what movie's in?
Who cares?
After Sun.
that guy's
Who cares?
name's-
He's not winning.
That guy's name is Bill Nye.
Yeah.
How you doing?
What?
That guy's name is Bill Nye.
Bill
Yeah.
Nye,
I
Davy
think he
Jones.
played the science guy.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously...
That's Bill Nye, the science guy?
No, it's
no.
his father,
Bill
Bill
Nye
Senior.
with like a Y at the
That's
end.
Bill Senior.
Oh, so they're not related or anything?
No, they're not.
No.
He's British.
How
I
about
believe.
that, huh? What a
He is
world.
British. I actually just saw him in another movie on Amazon Prime.
He's great.
He was really good.
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah, I didn't see this one though. He's nominated for. So
I haven't either. Yeah. So let's do our picks real quick. Going into Sunday, who you got, Matt?
It's gonna be Elvis.
I agree with you. I'm going Austin
I feel like
Butler.
it's a runaway.
He's got the momentum.
Oh yeah.
He just won the BAFTA.
Oh yeah.
So, but Brendan Fraser, I believe, won the SAG Award. So it's going to be between them two. I originally thought it'd be Colin Farrell, but I don't think so. Who you got?
Got to be Butler.
Butler?
The guy stayed in character for like months after the movie was already released.
That is true. He hasn't lost the voice yet.
No.
Yeah. Christian.
Give me Elvis.
Have you seen Elvis?
I've seen a few snippets of it.
Yeah.
I think it was good.
It's a safe pick. It is. Nick, where you going on this?
If I was the sole voter,
you're putting money on it though.
Oh, money's Austin Butler.
Okay.
Money's Austin Butler. Yeah, unless they do some weird. I don't know, man. Brendan Fraser really did well, but movie itself. See, the thing with these top tier awards is it's really the whole package. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's got to be like you said. He's got the momentum, right? Mm-hmm. So like, it's got to be a good movie. The only thing good about The Whale, or what Whale Man, what the fuck is? Right. No, it was Brendan Fraser, though, was really good. He was the only saving grace for that film.
Yeah.
Austin Butler, even though everything Baz Luhrmann does is like a fucking acid
over
trip.
The top, yeah.
It's ridiculous. But everybody loved that movie. And the music was great. And Austin Butler was fantastic in the film and everything else. My personal pick, if it was up to me, I would pick Colin Farrell. I thought he was amazing. I love the movie Banshees, but...
yeah, I would probably vote for him too. But the
money,
thing is,
money on the line, Austin Butler.
Yeah, because the Academy loves giving it to portrayals of music artists too. Yeah. We saw Rami Malek win for Freddie Mercury, so that's who my money's on. Let's go to the next one quick. Best Actress. All right, we got Michelle Yeoh for Everything Everywhere All at Once. Cate Blanchett for Tar. Who is that? Andrea Riseborough. A lot of controversy with her. To Leslie, and then we got Michelle Williams for The Fabelmans. Good movie. I just watched that. And Michelle Yeoh, I already said her. Ana de Armas for Blonde. She's not blonde in that picture, though. Who you going with here, Matt?
Ana de Armas. She's the
for
hottest.
Blonde. All right. Fair enough.
I'll go with her.
Sam?
The girl on the left from Everything Everywhere.
That's a good pick. It's between her and Cate Blanchett, in my opinion. I'm going to go with Cate Blanchett, but that's a good pick, Sam. I wouldn't be surprised if she wins.
Thanks.
Who you going? Gut pick here.
Yeah, I think Anna, but if I had to put money on it, I would probably say the Chinese lady will win.
Michelle Yeoh.
Because it's the diversity thing.
Yeah, well,
so
the Oscars love it. Nick, you got anyone?
Yeah, so I didn't see...
you got to watch Tar with Cate Blanchett. It's great.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. I pulled this clip, and I'll play it when we get to the supporting stuff, the people that are nominated, but just remind me of it. Okay, so best actress. Let me just pull this up here.
So Michelle Yeoh is who I picked.
Yes.
Okay.
So I haven't seen any of these except Blonde, and it's not her.
Mm-hmm. No.
Well, she's not even blonde.
I will say Michelle Williams was great in The Fabelmans, but I don't think
she's
she's going to
win. Though.
Yeah, it's good.
You know what I mean? I didn't see it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah, probably everything. That's got a lot of publicity too, right?
It is. It's
short round.
It's got momentum right now. Yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah.
You going with Michelle Yeoh?
Yeah, give it to Michelle.
All right, Michelle Yeoh. All right. What do we got? Best Supporting Actress. Now, this to a lot of people sounds like a runaway for Angela Bassett, but Jamie Lee Curtis won. I think she won the SAG Award, maybe. Obviously, like you said, Nick, she's been in the industry for a while, but we got Kerry Condon from Banshees of Inisherin, Stephanie Zhou from Everything Everywhere All at Once, and then Hong Chow from The Whale. Who you got here, Sam?
I'm going to go Stephanie.
Oh, that's a good dark horse pick there. She was very good in that as the villain.
Mm-hmm.
Matt?
Who's the girl in the red dress here?
That's Kerry Condon from Banshees of Inisherin.
I'll go with her.
Very good pick. I think she won the BAFTA.
Very good.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, there you go.
Christian?
Yeah, I go with
one in the middle. You know, I saw her from Freaky
Jamie
Friday.
Give
me her.
So it's really funny that he says that because there was a little quick interview. There's a short, a YouTube short that I got pulled up here that I want to play for everybody. This is funny. This is Jamie Lee Curtis reacting to her nomination.
I think I may have seen this.
I've been an actor since I was 19. I made horror films and sold yogurt that makes you I never thought I would hear my name at the Oscars being in a nomination. And so in this moment, I am having fun, I am the beautiful mix of shock and delight.
Good for her.
So yeah, exactly what I was gonna say. Good for her. I love the line. I used to sell yogurt that makes you shit. I thought that's so good.
She's great in Knives Out too.
So this is what I was gonna say. I was surprised if she's not gonna win something, or if she's gonna win something. I'm surprised she didn't win for that. I'm surprised she wasn't.
I mean, listen, the Vegas odds. If you want to win some big bucks, I would put money on her. She's got good odds. I was looking at that the other day. If you want to do a best bet segment, right?
Well,
Yeah.
You
could do
That's
a
you,
best
Sam.
bet segment, and I.
The return.
The return. The return.
I'm good.
All right.
Thanks.
All right, hit it. What is it? Best supporting actor.
Here we go.
So we got Judd Hirsch for The Fabelmans.
Guy's got a schnoz.
Brian Tyree Henry for Causeway.
He does though.
Oh God. So yeah, we got Brendan Gleeson, Banshees of Inisherin, Brian Tyree Henry for Causeway, Judd Hirsch for The Fabelmans, Barry Keoghan for Banshees, and Ke-Huy Quan, who is the favorite right now for Everything Everywhere All at Once. My money's on Ke-Huy. Like in short round. I think he deserves it. I've been watching interviews with him. He just seems like a down-to-earth guy. It seems like it means a lot to him, so I hope he wins. But who you got?
Going with Gleason.
Bro, I like that pick. I think he probably should win, but that's a good pick. Matt?
Give me short round.
Short
Even
round,
though I like
baby.
the guy with the schnoz over here, but give me short round.
You like Judd Hirsch. He was
he's
good, too.
He's cute, dude. Yeah. Cute guy.
Who you got there, Christian?
I like the guy too, but
Yeah.
the kid.
Barry Keoghan from Dunkirk? Yeah, he's the kid who says, where are we going? Yeah.
No, I like him because
Yeah.
I've seen him in some things.
He's in a lot,
and he
yeah.
he kind of reminds me.
Oh, God. Who's he remind you of? Oh, jeez.
I know it's coming.
I just
All right. I don't even know where you're going. But, Nick, who you got for this one?
I like Mad Eye, and I like the other guy, the young kid from Banshees.
Barry Keoghan? Yeah.
I was gonna say he reminds me of Sam a little bit. I'm not saying that to be funny.
Especially in
I
Banshees.
forget which movie it was, but he just kind of reminded me of him a little bit.
Yeah, he is in a lot of shit.
Like
yeah.
some of the like his
Mannerisms.
expressions, his
yeah.
mannerisms.
He shoots the dogs in Chernobyl.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
really?
Sam,
That's
take
him?
it as a compliment. I think
He's a
looks
great
good.
actor.
I fuck
Yeah,
him.
he's an Irishman. But you're going with Brendan Gleeson there, Nick?
Which one, Mad Eye?
Yeah. I think Barry Keoghan actually won the BAFTA award.
It's
Yeah.
one. It's
There you
one of
go.
the two of them. I think. I didn't see the Fabelmans though. Like I don't know if. And then
No, I don't think
about
he'll win. Very small role.
Short round. Is this like? I mean, there's been a lot of talk. Maybe it's just been
No,
from you
he's
guys.
really
I don't
good.
know. No, but I'm saying there's like a lot of talk about him being like him with the picture with him and Steven Spielberg. Is this the first thing he's done since
No,
then?
yeah, that's why. Like he has
Okay.
hasn't been casted in anything like,
Dr.
for
Jones.
30 years. Yeah. He like gave up on his like acting dream and then he got this role.
Yeah, right there, Christian. You gonna make
Yeah.
it? What's going on? Spit
Seven.
it out. Get it out.
Have a mental episode.
time.
That's all.
It's a fun time.
Yeah. I think Ke-Huy's going to take it. What do we got here? Last one, the big one. Best Picture. Listen, I think a few weeks ago when we got these nominees, I was going Banshees.
joke.
I was pretty strong in that pick, but then Everything Everywhere All at Once is really taking momentum here. If I had to put money on it, I think Everything Everywhere All at Once is going to win. Dark horse pick, though, All Quiet on the Western Front won Best Picture at the BAFTAs. So I wouldn't be surprised. It has a lot of nominations. It's definitely going to win Best Foreign Film, but it wouldn't be the first time we saw Parasite win both of those. So who knows? Who you got here, Sam?
I'm gonna go with Top Gun Maverick.
Top Gun Maverick. I mean, I would love to see it. I would love to see it. Who you got, Matt?
Well, first of all, the Academy loses all credibility by
Okay.
not having the Batman. I mean,
Yeah,
it's fucking
not a
bullshit.
lot of Batman
I mean,
here.
put it this way, RJ. The best movie of the year is that's like having an all-star game without LeBron
It was
James.
too good.
It's fucking stupid. Which also, Batman 2 starts filming November, so
Yes.
good news. Top Gun. I mean, I'm
Top Gun?
not gonna lie, I haven't seen about 90% of these movies here.
Okay.
But give me Top Gun. I'll say it's the best one.
Especially Avatar, right?
Right.
Oh, yeah. Way of water.
Christian?
Yeah, I was gonna say Top Gun's the only movie I've seen.
Yeah.
On this list, so yeah, it'd be Top Gun.
Top Gun. Nick, finish it off.
Top Gun's the only one I haven't seen.
Wow.
Good
Actually,
movie.
that's a lie. I haven't
Yeah, I
seen,
was gonna
haven't
say,
seen Tar. I
Jesus.
haven't seen Avatar. I don't know. It's not going to be all quiet. Unfortunately, it's not going to be all quiet. I'd be shocked.
I don't know.
I'd be shocked.
I would love it if they won, though.
Oh, of course. It was a fantastic movie. It's not going to win. Not when you have Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, and Top Gun up there with it. Yeah. It's not going to win. Women Talking. Who watched that?
The only two movies I haven't seen
more
are
of that.
No one watched. No, please.
You want a better movie about women talking? It's Tar. Great movie.
What is she? She's a
composer, a fictional composer. So it's like a biopic, but it's fictional.
What's she looking at over there?
That makes sense.
I feel like the last
Just looking
time
at Tom Cruise. Everybody is.
This is what happened. Like he asked, "What is Tar?" And we were talking about
I've told him to watch.
I feel like we've already done this episode. Like this segment.
I'm sorry, Sam.
Deja vu. We the time stone.
But
I'll sit quietly.
I'm going everything
talking about fucking whatever the fuck it was before. Go ahead, go.
I'm going Everything Everywhere All at Once. That's what I think's gonna win. But I would love to see Top Gun win. I really would. Or Banshees or All Quiet.
Can I ask you though, do you want to see Top Gun win because it was good or because it's Top Gun?
Both.
You know what I'm saying though? Like, yes, it's a blockbuster. Yes, whatever, blah blah blah. But like,
it was awesome. Like, no,
was it really that fucking good
awesome.
though? Seriously? Because like,
I left it saying that was fucking awesome.
It's just a good movie.
I watched I hadn't seen the first one, and I watched it the day before we saw it, and it still felt nostalgic to me.
Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah.
No, it was really good.
It's really good. I mean, listen, it's not like not like mind-numbing twists and all this stuff. Like it's a classic movie.
Neither is Banshees, but that's up there too.
But it's like a classic blockbuster that like just does everything right.
Yeah,
and it made so much money, and I think it was good for Hollywood to get people back in the theaters. So I think it would be a nice moment. But
watch us all be wrong. It's Fablemans or some shit.
Listen, it's Spielberg, so who knows? But
trapezoid of happiness.
Right on. But that'll do it, guys. Watch this Sunday, live stream the Oscars 95th Academy Awards. Hopefully our picks are right. We'll see. But we're gonna have a good time there, guys. So tune in. Finishing it off, we had a question of the day from Damon Targ, one of our most loyal followers.
Shout out.
She asked,
#1 supporter,
if you had to meet any actor or actress, who would it be? Maybe both. Pick one of each. I don't care. I'm going Matthew McConaughey. I like Matthew McConaughey. He seems like a down-to-earth guy. Like, I'd love to have just like a drink with him, sit down, talk about life. He seems like a good guy. Who you got, Sam?
So I'm going to give one of both. I'm going to give an actor and an actress. So
okay.
For actor, I'm going to go with Paul Rudd.
Nice pick.
Show.
Nice.
I feel like he's just a down-to-earth dude. Like, can have a couple drinks at the bar, like your local bar.
Yeah.
Have a good time. And for actress, going with my wife, Rachel McAdams.
No surprise there.
Does she know? She's your wife?
Of course.
Does Stephen Strange know?
Well, he's out of the picture. His hands are all messed
he's
up.
got a third eye.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maddie.
Give you a second there, RJ. No, it's, I'm thirsty, thirsty kid. A lot of milk.
I love milk.
No, I would say Dua Lipa, but I don't think she has any acting credentials yet.
Not yet.
So can't do that. So ask me again in 3 years.
Okay.
I'm going to go Jenna Ortega.
Okay.
Wednesday.
I feel like
Wonder why.
Why is that, Matt?
I just love her work.
Have you seen the commercial for Scream coming out?
Oh, yeah.
Buddy.
You won't watch
All
that.
of a sudden, Matt's going to be into horror movies.
No, literally, I actually turned to Christian. I said, I might see this. He goes, you sure? Like,
you didn't even watch X, and Cuddy was in that, too.
I know, dude. Jenna Ortega.
Dude, there is something about...
There's something about her.
There's something about Jenna Ortega.
Wednesday.
She's bad.
Like, she's bad. Demonic. Like, she's on Hot Ones. I just like she's demonic. Mm-hmm. She, like, sees things in a negative light.
Yeah.
I feel like she criticizes people. I feel like we would get along really well.
Did you see her and Aubrey Plaza doing the award together? They were perfect.
Oh, yeah, that was good stuff.
Yeah.
So I picked Jenna.
Nick, who you got? You know who I feel like you would pick if they were still alive?
Me specifically?
Yeah, James
Jamie.
Gandolfini.
Yeah, all day long, dude. All day long. I have a little bit of a dark horse. Jim Carrey.
Wow.
Ace
Ventura.
I don't think you could pay me.
Really?
No, he seems like a nut job.
And that's why. Yeah. That's literally exactly why. I feel like he would have a very interesting conversation. I would say someone like Bobby D, but like after some of the stuff that this is the thing,
Who's
right?
Bobby D.
Robert De Niro.
Oh fuck, he's a prick.
Yeah, that's my point. Yeah. But like, so if you go based on movies, right? A lot of people. No, if you go based a lot of based on movies. He's in a lot of movies that I really like. So if you're like, who's an actor that you really like? But then you look at all the stuff that he's done outside of movies, like all of his public appearances. It's like,
like berating his secretary.
Yeah, like I'm good. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Christian Bale would be kind of cool. But like, I just feel like Jim Carrey would be an interesting conversation. And he's got a long career that I think will be funny. And the guy makes me laugh. I like a lot of his like early stand-up work that like you see random clips of every now and then.
Yeah.
So I don't know. He was
not my pick, but solid pick.
Yeah, like I said, dark horse.
Yeah,
you know?
I think we all had some.
Well, didn't he go? He hasn't gone yet.
Oh yeah, Christian. Yeah. Sorry,
leaving out the special guest.
Sorry.
No, I go Denzel.
Nice.
Oh, good
That's
answer.
a good pick.
Yeah.
He's the man.
I think I'd get something
Steak
out of
dinner with Denzel.
You know, yeah.
I like that.
Dude, he'd be dropping like wisdom.
That's why. I think I'd walk away a
different man.
better man after that dinner.
That's a great pick. Well, guys, let us know in the comments who would you want to meet, and shout out to Damon Dark. Congrats for meeting Matt Smith, not Matt Sampson. Not Matt Sampson. I saw that, Nick. Don't think I didn't. All right.
And I got rid of it pretty quickly. Like within 5 minutes, I got rid of it, but that's fine. You happen to be looking at that time. That's fine.
But guys, as always, like, subscribe. We got Monday's Movie Roulette drops now, if you guys didn't know that, at noon every Monday. Sideline, huge episode this week for Sideline. Congrats to these boys right here. That's dropping every Wednesday. What time?
Noon
on Wednesday. Noon. And then the Movie Mob podcast every Friday at 6 p.m. And we got the Oscars live stream this Sunday at 8 p.m., guys. More info coming out on that. So, guys, like, subscribe, ask some questions below in the comments, share it to your friends. How you doing?